What it do? Bad Sound Crew. Hey man, listen. New mic alert. New mic alert. All right, the GOAT is back. And today I'm going to be talking about the most underrated fighters in the UFC. I'm going to be going one fighter for every single division. Okay, dude. These are guys that don't get credit, that don't get respect, that don't get hyped up. And I'm going to be talking about my reasoning as well. But let's get straight into this shit, bro. Number one. I'm going to put Steve Erceg. Now, guys, I am not Steven Erceg, okay? I get a lot of messages whenever this fucking guy fights. People like, yo, Steve, congrats on the win. Yo, bro, good. Why'd you pick against yourself in your debut? Listen, dude, it's not fucking funny. I'm not Steve Erceg. I'm not a flyweight, okay? I'm the biggest purple belt on YouTube. I'm literally 185 of pure fucking muscle. But Steve Erceg's a great fighter, dude. This guy's literally been fighting in the rankings since he jumped in the UFC. I told you guys he's a great grappler as well. I literally said when he was debuting in the UFC, I said, dude, this guy is an elite grappler. He has a nasty submission game, and he has beaten very, very tough tests. And I feel like the UFC, I'm not gonna like make this allegation straight up, but I do feel like the UFC's been trying to get him beat. I do have this weird feeling that the UFC is trying to get this guy beat just because he's like a nice, normal guy, and the UFC doesn't want that. But yeah, he beat a number 10 ranked guy in his debut. Say what you want about Dvorak. I mean, to beat a number 10 ranked contender in your debut on short notice is very, very impressive. And then Steve Erceg has fought, I think, another time since then against a short notice replacement from Charles Oliveira's, from Alexa Grasso's gym. So pretty good competition. He's number 12 at flyweight. Again, this guy's grappling is crazy. I think he can beat some top guys above him. I think he could beat like an Alex Perez. I think he could beat like a Tim Elliott. So I think Steve Erceg deserves a little bit more respect, a little bit more credit. I think people try and count this guy out because, I don't know, he just looks like an unassuming kind of guy, I guess. But I actually think he's a really solid contender. He's going to end up probably top 7, top 8 at flyweight by the end of 2024. So Steve Erceg is my first pick. Let's move on to probably a controversial pick at bantamweight. All right. I think Sean O'Malley is being underrated. Now, underrated in my opinion, and as the word linguistically should be fucking considered, sorry to get, intellectual on you, bro, but underrated means like what people talk about them versus how good they actually are. People act like this guy has no business being the bantamweight champion. They're like, oh, Merab is the next champion, 110% confirmed. Cheeto, what? Like, what? Merab is literally, you guys have all been saying Merab is like a shittier version of Aljo, and O'Malley completely destroyed Aljamain Sterling. There's no excuse. There's literally no reason why he should have done that, but he did. And he beat Peter Yan. Okay, so if he beats Cheeto and he fucking beats Merab, I feel like people will then give him his credit, but I'm serious, dude. This guy's an elite fighter, and people act like it's just like Dana White's pushed him to the top. He had to win those fights, right? Like, it's not rigged. Like, he had to beat fucking Aljamain Sterling, who nobody else can beat at bantamweight, right? That he's like a big, lanky striker with power and crazy footwork and takedown defense. Like, he's actually a really good fighter, but people talk about him like he's some joke or like some like bullshit fighter that doesn't deserve to be a champion. So, in my opinion, he's being underrated. He's being disrespected by the fans because I think a lot of people confuse popularity and hype with being rated highly. People like Conor McGregor is the most popular fighter in the UFC, but nobody thinks he's going to be the lightweight fucking champion, right? Sean O'Malley, people talk about, oh my God, he's so overrated. No, he's not. You guys all think he's shit, and he's literally like the best bantamweight in the world. So Sean O'Malley is my pick for underrated fighter. Let's move on to featherweight division. I'm going to say Dan Ige is underrated. I feel like this guy gets a lot of hate. This guy's never been finished in the UFC. He's gone toe-to-toe. He's had very close fights with Bryce Mitchell, Josh Emmett as well, Movsar Evloev. He's beaten some solid competition as well. He's a very solid featherweight contender. I thought he won that fight against Bryce Mitchell on damage, but control time versus damage, it really applies. Not based on who's better, but who is more popular. If you're Sean O'Malley and you do more damage, you're losing on control time, bro. That's a robbery. But if you're Dan Ige, you land more damage. No. It's just one. Black eye. Bryce Mitchell actually won. So I just think Dan Ige gets discredited a lot. He doesn't really get respect. He's had some close fights that have gone against him and gone for him, and I feel like people just shit on him a lot. So my pick is Dan Ige. I think this guy deserves a little bit more respect as a fighter. He's a pretty solid contender. If you're not like a ranked material fighter, you're getting chinned by this guy, dude. I also love watching him fight, unrelated completely, but his fucking coach is Eric Nixick, and whenever he's coaching Dan Ige, he just keeps calling him Bubba, and I just think it's really funny. Like, go rewatch a Dan Ige fight in the Apex, and he's just like, keep moving, Bubba. Yep. Keep the footwork, Bubba. Yep. Keep the geography, Bubba. Keep the footwork. I just think it's really funny. So Dan Ige, underrated, very entertaining to watch because of his coaching. Let's move on to probably 1/3 of the reason that you clicked on this video. All right. I am serious, dude. Paddy Pimblett is underrated as fuck. This guy's actually good. Like, he's actually good. He did better against Tony Ferguson than Beneil Dariush. He did better against Tony Ferguson. I know Michael Chandler knocked Tony Ferguson the fuck out, but he was losing before that happened. So I'm just going to say it. Paddy Pimblett did better than Michael Chandler and Beneil Dariush against Tony Ferguson. But people act like, oh my God, Paddy Pimblett's so shit, dude. He can't beat anyone ranked. You're telling me this guy can't beat Drew Dober? You're telling me this guy can't beat Matt Frivola? Are you fucking serious? Dude, Paddy Pimblett was like a double champion in Cage Warriors as well. So I really think Paddy Pimblett is getting underrated, again, because people don't like him. And popularity equals overrated, apparently. If you're popular and you're not a fucking champion, even if you are a champion and you're just not well liked, you're overrated. That's not how it works. That's not what the word actually means. If people are saying, oh, Paddy Pimblett's going to be a lightweight champion, that's overrated. Nobody's saying that. They're saying the opposite. They're like, oh my God, this guy's a fucking can. Oh my God, this guy's, never going to be ranked. I truly believe Paddy Pimblett will be like top 15 minimum by the end of this year. Bro, you're telling me he doesn't beat fucking Bobby Green's corpse right now? What are we doing, dude? What are we fucking talking about? You telling me him and Moicano wouldn't be like competitive on the feet? It would be. So I just think Paddy Pimblett gets no fucking credit at all. But he is aware of it as well. But yeah, dude, I think Paddy Pimblett's underrated as fuck, dude. And another guy, just want to mention at lightweight as well, the fucking future lightweight champ, Mateus Gamrot, baby. Let's go. When he beats Islam via leg injury, we'll see who's laughing, boys. All right, Gamer Army, rise up, dude. That's real. Okay. And because you're here, you probably want the Paddy mate. I swear to fucking God, lads. Mate, Tony's talking about fucking hell week, mate. I haven't had a fucking sloppy shit in 2 weeks, mate. That's my fucking hell week. Anyways, let me move on. Welterweight division. JDM. Stop playing with my boy, bro. This guy is top 5 material at welterweight. And people talk about, like, why the fuck is Jack Della Maddalena ranked, bro? This guy's so shit. Oh my God, this guy's so overrated. No, he's not, bro. He's on a 7-fight fucking winning streak, bro. This guy's a fucking animal. Actually, he's on a way longer win streak if you put together his whole MMA career. But dude, this guy's a fucking animal. This guy's literally the best boxer in the fucking UFC, dude. Dead ass, this guy's the best boxer in the UFC. And the Kevin Holland fight wasn't close. People act like Kevin Holland won that fight. You're fucking delusional. You're completely wrong. You're delusional. And I think he beats Gilbert Burns as well. I think he's going to beat Gilbert Burns. So I really think JDM does not get enough credit. He's not getting hyped up the way that, Shavkat gets hyped up. Let me just say this about Shavkat. This might be a controversial take. Dude, if Shavkat's name was like Joe Johnson or like, shout out ISO Joe. If Shavkat's name was like James, Smith, and he was just a white guy, nobody would hype him up the way that they do because his name's scary. I'm being dead fucking serious, dude. The way Shavkat fights, it's like everything he does. Oh my God, Shavkat's so dominant. If his name was Jack Smith, bro, and he was like a white dude from fucking Nebraska, you would not give a fuck, bro. You would not be like, oh my God, give this guy the title shot right now. You wouldn't. So Shavkat Rakhmonov, a tiny bit overrated. JDM underrated as fuck, dude. This guy's gonna be a fucking beast, dude. My cat is scratching on the door. I'm going to fucking, holy shit, bro. Shut up, dude. Can you fucking stop, dude? What are you doing? All right, thank you. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm gonna edit that out. Middleweight division. Jack Hermanson, underrated as fuck. This guy's a fucking beast. I know he lost to Roman Dolidze. That makes me mad. I'm gonna do a video about Roman Dolidze. But Jack Hermanson has had some crazy performances. People talk about Sean Brady. Oh my God, the hype is real because he beat up Kelvin Gastelum. Jack Hermanson fucking smoked Kelvin Gastelum. closer to the Izzy fight as well, by the way. So Jack Hermansson's had some great performances. Obviously, he's had some losses to Sean Strickland. Not that bad, as you know what I mean. Jared Cannonier, not that bad, you know. But if you're not one of those guys, he's fucking beating you, dude. He's actually pretty good. Still a very solid middleweight contender. Decent striking as well. Underrated striking. He outstruck Chris Curtis, who's one of the best boxers in middleweight. Got fucking shut down by Jack Hermansson. So I think Hermansson doesn't get enough love. I want to just shout out Jack Hermansson, bro. I don't think he's as underrated as guys like Paddy Pimblett or even Sean O'Malley. Like, he's not as this elite guy that nobody's talking about. I just think he's pretty solid and nobody really gives him credit. So I'm going to just say shout out Jack Hermansson. Let's talk light heavyweight division, dude, okay? I think Volkan Oezdemir deserves a little bit more credit. This guy was fighting for the belt. This guy's KOing top contenders back in the day. This guy beat Dominic Reyes via robbery decision. This guy beat, didn't he beat, who else did he fucking beat? He beat Paul Craig pretty easily as well. He's coming off a good fucking submission win. He's actually a really well-rounded, like, solid fighter. I could definitely see Volkan Oezdemir going up the rankings a little bit. I'm pretty sure he beat fucking Rakic as well. Or did he have a close fight with Rakic as well? Dude, he's actually really, really good. So I'm going to say Volkan Oezdemir deserves a lot more credit. I don't really see anybody talking about him. And he never gets talked about. And then he just shows up on a European Fight Night card. Like, I swear, every time I check Google, there's like a UFC Europe, like UFC UK card on the weekend, and I just check it. I'm like, oh, Volkan Oezdemir's fighting. What the fuck? I didn't even know he was on the card. Every single year, he just shows up, wins a fight, disappears again. So shout out Volkan Oezdemir, very underrated contender, solid striking, good power, very underrated ground game as well. I know he only has one win by submission, but he's also got like ground and pound TKOs and good takedown defense as well, improved from the DC fight. So I'm gonna just say shout out to Volkan Oezdemir. High finishing rate as well. Very exciting to watch. Last one, heavyweight division. The most underrated man in the world is obviously Parker. No, dude. This is not a meme. Guys, I know that I meme a lot on the channel. This is not a meme. I think Muhammad Usman is actually going to end up ranked. I actually think he's like decent at heavyweight. I know you're mad. I know you're mad. He's actually not that bad. Like, I know he's kind of shit, but he's actually not that shit. Right? Like, that's all I'm going to say. He's underrated, dude. He's not as shit as people say he is. He could actually end up ranked. Like, you're telling me you're telling me you would be 100% confident picking like Derek Lewis to beat Muhammad Usman on a good night. Like, I'm just saying, like, on a bad night, Derek Lewis could lose to this guy. 50-50, like, who's another heavyweight contender? You're telling me that it wouldn't be like kind of a pick'em if he fought, like, who else is ranked at heavyweight? I don't know, some other, like Romanov, bro. Like, come on, dude. He's not, he could beat some of those guys. So I think the Junior Taffa win is going to age well as well for this guy. So that's my picks of the most underrated fighters in the UFC. Let me know your picks down below. Don't get them wrong, by the way. Don't come, Ikram Aliskerov, super underrated. Just not how the word works. Just fucking learn English. But yeah, let me know your picks down below. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you, drop a like, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram as well, at Bedtime MMA. Maybe I'll drop some training footage soon, you know, getting ready for my fight with Rigo. And yeah, guys, appreciate you. Hopefully you liked the new mic. And yeah, I'll see you in the new video tomorrow. Goodbye.